Hi guys, it's Jenny, our Princess of Katie. Yeah, got me go. Yay. Um, so today I was thinking we'd do a story time. I think I've only done one before and it's not a very good one, and I'll probably redo it at some point because it was my first one. But I thought I would do one on how I got into doing 5Ks and now my first 10K, which is in November. Sorry. Um, it kind of goes back a little. So if you're new to the channel, hi, I hope you like this, and definitely subscribe and ring that bell. If you're not new to the channel, hi, welcome back. I'm so glad you're here. Again, make sure if you want to subscribe, whatever. Also, please keep comments kind, and and you can always, because I still do the movies and I'm still doing all that, so definitely you can recommend stuff for me to watch, and I will watch them and I will review them and let you know what my personal take is. Okay, now to the story time. Okay, I guess it started, I was raised with a disability. I forget about it most of the time, because I'm in the top 3% for this disability. And so I was very, very lucky. But I did have to do a lot of physical therapy as a child. I just didn't know that was physical therapy because it was basically play therapy. And really, the disability, what it was it affected my motor skills, and it still does. Not bad, not enough to make me use the cane that I use now, or my wheelchair that I use for long distances. Unfortunately, that is my autoimmune deficiency syndrome. I will get into both of those later if you want to know more about them, because I'm pretty much an open book. So, because I was raised with a disability, my family never coddled me. They never said I couldn't do something. If I wanted to do something, they said do it. And they would kind of push me in that way, and has made me a very stubborn person. Because I really felt like, hey, I can be normal. I can be like everybody else. There are certain things I can't do, and there aren't many, but there are a few that I can't do, and I know I can't do. Sometimes I try anyway, and sometimes I don't. But when I met my husband, I had a really bad reaction to medication I was taking for my seizures. To be honest, the doctor told my mother and I, if they hadn't brought me in that day, I would have died. I lost the use of my legs. And we were about 8 months out from getting married. So I was put into Tier Hospital, which is a physical rehab hospital, to learn how to walk again. And I didn't really think anything about doing anything more than walking down that aisle on our wedding day without any help. And I did. I went into the rehab hospital twice, and then once for 2 weeks, 3 days after we got married. So that was kind of the start, but I still was not using a cane. I did have a wheelchair for long distances, but that was it. I would say about 10 years ago was when I was starting to have to use a cane for every day and use a wheelchair for long distances. But 7 years ago, last spring, I had my first TIA, which is a mini stroke. And that's where it first came out. I was put in a not a regular physical rehab center. I was put in basically a nursing home, but they also focused on rehab. I would send you home after how many, whatever. I will tell you this. I will never do that again. I like being in a physical rehab center because I like them kicking my butt. I like being pushed to do better. So when I did that first, I was kind of playing with the idea of, hey, is there anything cool I could do? Push myself. And I wanted to do a half marathon in my wheelchair. And that was 7 years ago. And I've been put in rehab twice since then. But the last time I was in rehab was 3 years ago. And I still wanted to do that half marathon. Now, I know my family always believes in me, but I remember I would mention it, and people would say, well, that's a lot, it's going to be hard. And they're right, it is a lot. But there were certain people, one especially my grandfather, would be like, you can do anything you put your mind to. And I'm like, I know. Well, I don't know if I'll ever do a half marathon. That was an insane thought to begin with. So I hope he's upstairs happy with what I've done, because 13 miles may be too much. But I did it so much earlier. So I did my first 5K in 2018 on Castaway Cay, which is Disney's private island. I was supposed to be doing my first half marathon, about 6 months later. So I started early. We have not yet hit 2 years, and I have done 5Ks. 2 on Castaway Cay, and then last summer I did the Marvel Challenge, which was a virtual challenge, and I do talk about this a lot on my channel. And Disney does these virtual challenges, and they're great. If you can't get out to Disney, well, of course, Disney's not doing them right now, but if you can't get out to Disney, and since Disneyland actually stopped doing their marathons, and they're only in Florida now, you can sign up, you can do these virtual, and what you do, even if you have to split it up, I know people that do the half marathon that will split it into 2 days or 3 days. As long as you do it through that weekend that it's supposed to be done, and you put in your time, so you take, whatever, add your time together and send it to Disney, and you'll get, so what you can do is you can actually, before you start, you can print out your racing, so you could actually have a racing bib, and then when you're done, you can, and I know I've put this on my channel, you can print out your finishing certificate, which is really amazing. And you just do it from wherever. Now, what you miss out on is, of course, the character meet and greets, and just, all the, special things that Disney pulls out for you. But you also pay a lot more money, which is also fine because I definitely want to do that one day. Um, and I really feel good when I do it. I mean, it's a little different. I have to train differently than everybody else because mine's all upper body. But I don't see myself stopping anytime soon because of what's going on in the world, and we won't talk about that. Um, Disney has decided that the Food and Wine Festival, which always has a marathon, it's virtual this year. So when I did the challenge last year, we got the 3 really heavy medals for each challenge was a different thing. So we had Iron Man, Black Panther, Chadwick, rest in peace, man. And then we had Captain Marvel, which really made me happy. Well, they all made me happy. And when you do the challenge, then you got a 4th medal, and it says Marvel's 80th birthday or year or whatever. It was the celebration for 80 years of Marvel. So what we're doing is the Food Wine Festival. And this is totally different because this is typically not a virtual marathon. This is usually just the people who go to Disney. So we're actually getting the medal for whatever we decide to do. My best friend Casey's doing the 5K, but she has a little... Her reasoning is because Kronk is on the shirt. So we get a shirt afterwards. So we not only get a medal, and her medal will be Yzma, and then her shirt will have Kronk on it. I really wish I could do a half marathon. I know I can't. I'm not ready. Because that would be the evil queen from Snow White. And as y'all know, I worked in entertainment, and there's certain people I was friends with, and she was one of them. And that's okay. So, we are doing the 10K. My mom and I are doing the 10K, which is 6 miles. I'm nuts. I'm crazy. I'm putting my body through all of this. And I hurt, but I love it so much. I mean, I go to the pain doctor. He helps me try to keep it under control. But I'm probably not making it any better because I do these, but I love them so much. I feel so happy when I can finish it. When I first start, Chris, just because I do have a tendency, I'll be doing really, really well, and then I have, a flare up, and I'll be put in the hospital, and I'll just be weak. And I get it. Chris is like, man, you had a setback, and you just can't do this. When I was looking at it, I was like, okay, so there's 5K, 10K, half marathon, and then the challenge. I'm not doing the challenge. That's too much. So the challenge is doing the 5K and the 10K. And I was like, that's still a lot. I'm not ready for that. And I haven't, we've started training, and I've been having a little harder time than normal. And that's okay. So that's really been my neck and then my back. The last time we were walking, or I was rolling, she was walking. But we still did it within an hour. So we did 3 miles within an hour, which is 10 minutes longer than our average. But I was really, really hurting. But when we were thinking about signing up, Chris finally just walks by the room and goes, do the 10K. So he obviously has faith that I can, which is nice. But I always, I think of my grandfather a lot when I do these. If I can't ever do that half marathon, I can't. But, I'm happy doing, 10Ks and 5Ks. I mean, my mom and I did the 5K on Castaway, and we did it in 45 minutes, which is insane. Especially since I just had shoulder surgery in November, and this was March 1st, and we hadn't been practicing or anything. But what was funny was Chris and I, we did a back-to-back. It was a 3-day and a 4-day cruise. And on that 4-day cruise, when we went to Castaway, we didn't get on the island till 9, and I was just like, this is weird. And he goes, why? I go, because right now I should be lined up to do the 5K. I almost always do the 5K when I'm on Castaway. The first time I was on the first 2 times I was on the cruise ship, you were not allowed to do the 5K unless you had done a marathon or 5K or 10K or half marathon or full marathon in one of the parks. And oh my God, there's challenges for that too. One's called the Dopey Challenge and one's called the Goofy Challenge, and I can't remember which one's which. One is you have to do all of them, and the other one is you do all of them except for the full marathon. That's insane for a weekend. But I guess I wanted people to know why I do that. I mean, why I keep doing it. I'm proving to myself, just because I'm in a wheelchair, just because I'm sick, just because I have a disability, doesn't mean that I can't do these kinds of things. And I don't want anyone else to feel that way either. If it's something you want to do, you should try it. If you can't do it, that's fine. No harm in not being able to do it, but at least you put yourself out there and you tried it. I mean, I was training in these physical therapy places, hoping and planning on doing a half marathon. And I realized I just wasn't ready. I didn't think I would be ready that fast. But I did 3 miles. Just shortly after that. And I don't know. I just, I love my family. And I feel so blessed that they believe in me enough to do this. Now Chris might, tell me I can't do something, but he does it because he likes to bring out my little temper, because he knows my temper will flare and I will have to prove him wrong. Because I don't like being told I can't do something. But he believes in me for this one, and I will keep updating as we keep getting ready to do it, and my mom and I keep walking, and the thing is, what you don't know is, when we say we're walking, we're doing 3 miles every time. So we're walking. she's walking, I'm pushing. Hopefully, I will get a racing chair soon, so it'll be a little easier on me. But, I mean, that's kind of where this came from. Because of my disease, I can't really go a whole lot of places. I can't do a lot of things. And I wanted to do something. And this was it. And what I find so funny was when I had none of these issues, I couldn't run a mile in less than an hour. And now I can push myself, in a mile in 18 minutes. So, who knows what you can do until you try it. I hope, I don't know. I hope this helps y'all understand why I keep posting about these, about my working out and about getting ready. I do plan on posting when we do it somehow. And I've decided I'm going to wear a Disney costume because that's what they do at Disney World, and that's what they do on Castaway. Now I'm doing a running outfit. It's a dress and I have shorts underneath, but it's a character. And he is a very unknown character, but he's one of my favorites. So I will let y'all know once we do it. Stay safe, guys. Still wear your masks. Oh, vote. I don't know why he put it on here, but I voted today. We did it early. We didn't want to wait. So, vote. It's very, very important. But I think the most important is stay safe. Try to stay happy. Look, I'm not happy all the time, but I try to be. My life changed in a blink of the eye. So don't take anything for granted, guys, because I sure don't. Or try not to. So stay enchanted, and I will see you soon.